The needles shine bright, piercing stories in gold were taking flight. From Calgary streets to the world we roam, piercing lifestyle and community.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Pierce Lifestyle and Community. Thank you for joining us for episode number 2. In this episode, we're going to be going to Congress Coffee and learning about the art of coffee roasting. From there, we're going to be going to the Good Neighbor. Who's the Good Neighbor, you say? Well, they're located in the basement of the Center Street Church right in downtown Calgary. They're a non-profit that help out a lot of people. We're going to learn about what they do, but not just about what they do, how you can help. Stay tuned as well. We're going to be doing some piercing stuff on this episode. We're going to be doing some RFID implants. What are those? They're tiny little microchips that go in under the skin. Stay tuned for that. That's pretty fun to learn about. Thank you for watching. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Piercing Lifestyle and Community. We're here doing some interviews. We're out in the community looking for people that do good work within their community. We found some people. So here we are. We're in the basement of, which is the church?
This is the Central United Church.
Central United Church, right in the central part of downtown. And maybe explain what you do. I know, but everyone else doesn't. So explain to them.
Hi, my name is Alice and I'm one of the co-founders of Good Neighbor, which is Calgary's first free clothing store. We provide emergency clothing and food to anybody who needs it, regardless of their ability to pay. We have a thrift store that exists in Chinatown that's our fundraiser store and helps us pay for things like new underwear, socks, and food for the community. We do not require any sort of proof of income or anything. We are an open door, anybody can come, and we are run by volunteers. Yeah, me and my friends started together about 4 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what gave you the idea? Obviously we see a lot of what's going on within the city, and that's probably a good part that helped it along, but what's your story? Why did you start it?
I think like a bunch of us, we just grew up in like low-income families, and we knew that if there was ever an opportunity to help out, like we would try to do what we could. And during the pandemic, we started the Calgary Community Fridge, and there was lots of food going back and forth to people, but then eventually people started leaving clothes at the fridge as well, and we're like, you know what, it's probably not good to have clothes just left outside on the side of a fridge. So we were lucky enough to get an indoor location and piloted our indoor building for 3 years, and we just wanted to, we have so much clothing, like me and you would probably both have tons of stuff in our closets that we just don't know what to do with, and oftentimes it ends up in the landfill or it goes to Value Village where they sell it for profit. And so we decided, let's provide an alternative to the city where people can donate clothing to us and they know it goes directly to those folks who need it.
So would you find that this has been a journey over the 4 years? Like from where you started to where you are now? You're obviously...
Journey is an understatement. It was like a battle, right? Like this is something that a lot of Calgarians, they didn't really know if it was something that would work for the city. Like, and there's so many people who just need support. Like we deal with single parents, lots of low-income seniors, lots of refugees and newcomers, and then of course the entire unhoused community. And so it's, you know, I feel like what we've built here with Good Neighbor being the name is like, it's a neighborly space where everybody's respectful and they know that they're paying it forward by getting something, and then one day they'll pay it forward as well. Forward.
That's fantastic. What a great concept. If someone wants to help out, what would be the best way that they could do that?
The biggest thing that we always need is clothing. Like we have probably about 1,000 people who come through this building every month, about 200 people a day. And so 10 items a person, that's a lot of clothes. So if you ever have clothing, please think of us, please donate to us rather than Value Village, just because the clothing here just goes so much further.
I think the thing is, I think we can put a call out to a lot of our clients and a lot of our people there to go through your closet. We all know that we have stuff that we don't wear, and there's definitely people out there that can wear it and need it a lot better than what you do just by taking up space in the closet. Is there any other type of donations that you take?
Yeah, so we take adult clothing, books, shoes, and plants, and then we also take food donations as well.
Shoes and plants. That's cool. I like that.
I know a lot of us, you know, we buy the plant and then we don't really know how to take care of it, but there's a lot of people who can't afford plants that would love it for their apartment or their shelter space or whatever, and then they love it. So
I know somebody who likes plants quite a bit. I love plants. I grow a lot of plants.
If anybody has a community garden plot or anything like that, and you have too many tomatoes, too many zucchinis, please donate them to us, because every day we're feeding over 100 people, and so every piece of produce counts.
So if you find like if there's people that don't really have the clothes, but they're able to do any other type of like cash donations, different stuff like that, is that something that you also do?
Yeah, for sure. For our lunch program, we definitely need cash donations and to buy new underwear and socks. And so definitely we have a link on our website. You can make a donation, like whether it's $5 or $500, every little bit counts.
We'll definitely put the link below. So look below right now, you're going to see that link where you can click it and make that donation. It would really help out a lot of people here in Calgary. Even if you're seeing this video from really far away and you think that it doesn't affect you, it really does. You know, I would say make that donation.
I'd personally like to thank Alice and her associates down at the Good Neighbor for all the great work that they're doing. Please reach out to them for clothing donations. Join us today where we go to Congress Coffee and meet up with our friend Sean to learn the art of coffee roasting.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here with Piercing Lifestyle and Community. We're here at Congress Coffee here with Sean. You're checking out this absolutely cool machine. Can you tell us a little bit about this coffee roaster? I've seen some before. I've definitely never seen a digital one.
Well, this is kind of the latest in the industry where a lot of the machines have gone through computerized systems. So it's not as if it's just plug and play.
Yeah.
We have to set up profiles. So any new coffee that comes in or any coffee that has a different date on it, we have to set up a profile. Once you have it set up, we can continue to roast.
And so have good continuity between coffee blends and stuff like that.
Well, consistency is the key in coffee, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Most Calgarians, they want that same stuff that they had yesterday.
I love coffee. Coffee's my favorite thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I drink way too much of it. Right now. Yeah. Okay. What kind of coffee are we roasting here?
Well, I did a little bit of what we call Ethiopian microchip. So it's well, obviously it's from Ethiopia, and there's different regions. There's Yirgacheffe, and there's Limu, and there's Java, and a bunch of different areas. But this one here is quite tasty.
Yep.
It's the end of the last year's crop. Okay. So that's why you'll notice a few lighter style beans in there.
Okay.
Okay.
And does that change the profile that changes the taste, having a little bit lighter beans? Or?
Not in particular. They're just, what happens is we ended up blending two types of Yirgacheffe. So one of them is a little older, the other one isn't. And that's what you end up with. But that's the last of it. Our next containers on the way.
Sweet. Oh, I love it. Like, I think Ethiopian is probably my favorite blend of coffee. I like how strong it is. I like the fruity notes it's got.
Yeah.
I think if I'm a picker, I would say that is my favorite blend for sure. So I can't wait to try something. This is great.
Well, that's what actually, if you have a meat, you know what? I've got a pot on right now.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to drop this roast.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll run up there and grab a cup of coffee.
This is what I need in my house.
Yeah. Well, there's a few people that have roasters at home, right?
I've seen maybe ones online that you can buy a pretty small little roaster and it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's
like your house would smell good.
oh yeah. Ready?
Delicious. Let's try this out. It's perfect. Exactly how I like it. See, okay, so aging.
Aging,
Can't go wrong with that. It tastes delicious. It's not. I've tasted some Ethiopian coffees that are a lot more bitter. This one is not as bitter than some that I'm.
This is a really, Yirgacheffe has always been one of the best coffees out of Ethiopia.
Right.
So it's
What a weird region. You wouldn't think that it's a coffee region because you traditionally think of Ethiopia as very high.
It is very dry.
For
So
sure.
what I was going to show you here is these are pea berries. So they look interesting because they're almost round, right?
Oh yeah.
So
A little different than what I see in other coffee beans. For
yeah,
sure.
the coffee beans are typically like they're half flat, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is if you look inside a cherry tree, you've got two parts to the bean. About 5 to 7% of the coffee trees, one part doesn't germinate.
Yep.
And it falls off, and the other one continues to grow and turns out to be almost like a shape or a ball bearing style.
Okay.
So same tree, same varietal, but different. And so people say, well, what is the difference in the coffee?
Right.
Taste? Typically with the pea berry, you get a little more intense flavor, and sometimes they'll be a little bit sweeter, but they're a little difficult to roast because they are tiny.
Okay.
And to do a dark roast on it is almost impossible.
burn it or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
they're very, very, because, the other thing is we separate all our coffee at the farms with screens.
Okay.
So you get screen sizes. A 17 is a fairly large one. A 14 is smaller bean. While the pea berries, there's different sizes of them. So they're very, so you typically you pick them by hand or you sort them by hand.
Sort of a hand.
Yeah.
So what gives coffee one more caffeine content or one less? How does
Well,
that work?
the rule of thumb is the more you roast coffee, the more you roast many things outside the bean, but mainly you get less caffeine.
Okay.
So if you take a dark roast coffee, a lot of people think, oh, dark, rich, you get lots of caffeine.
Right.
It's not
Just
true.
because it's zippy.
Yeah, that's why if the so-called third wave of light roast coffee has a high concentration of caffeine.
That makes sense because you're not kind of burning it off or vaporizing it. Yeah. Perfect.
So that's typically how that works, and then of course unless you do decaffeinating process.
Right. Yeah. So I've even seen now people coming out with caffeinated process where they're making like 3 times stronger caffeine into roasted beans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kind of neat. I guess you'd only need 1 cup as opposed to 5 cups or something.
Well,
but
it kind of depends on why you drink coffee.
Right.
But most people drink it for the taste.
that's what I love. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't handle an awful tasting cup of coffee. I just put it away.
Yeah, I've thrown many cups of coffee out my life.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, where I'm just like, this isn't even worth drinking, like, I don't like it, it tastes watery, or sometimes I like mine with a little cream, but then if it's bad coffee with cream, it's like, then it's extra watery, and it tastes like tea with cream.
Well, like I said before, consistency is the key in this business, and when I had my Planet Coffee chain of stores,
Yep.
I always heard back from guys that said, Sean, I drive up to your store. By the time I get in the store, my coffee's at the table, and guess what? It's the same as it was yesterday.
That's right.
And so I learned that lesson really early.
Mm-hmm.
That let's not mess up with the formula. Just keep the same stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to teach in piercing as well. Is it's all about consistency. There might be better ways, there might be quicker ways, there might be easier ways. But what is the way that you can do it the same today that you do 10 years from now?
Exactly.
And at that point, that's the right way.
No, that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd personally like to thank Sean and Congress Coffee for teaching us about the art of coffee roasting. Stay tuned as Tribal Expression will be creating their own signature blend of coffee that will be available within our studios.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Pierce Lifestyle and Community. Join us today. We're doing an NFC implant. What is that? Tiny little microchip that goes underneath your skin. You can use it for controlling your cell phone. It will glow blue, supposedly, when you scan it with your cell phone. So stay tuned to see if we can actually get this thing glowing underneath somebody's skin. Before we actually have a needle or anything in our hand. So I'm just going to, with clean Q-tip here, I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to see if this is actually going to come in and go underneath that layer. That's what I'm feeling for. That to me feels like a really good spot to enter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my marking. There we go. So there's our entrance. I'm just going to get it roughly to the size. Then from there, we're going to look at the angle in which we want to put this in. So I like to put a nice little line. And from there, that is the line that I'm going to follow. Perfect. Let me get everything all set up here. Okay, so take a look, everybody. Let's take a look at what we got here. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. We have the NFC chip inside here with the depressor. There's a little safety on there right now. So before we're going to do it, we're going to take that safety off. We're going to expose it. Piercing is going to go underneath. We're going to inject. It's going to dump the chip somewhere right about here. And then when we're done, we should see, when we scan it with our cell phone, we're going to see a blue light light up. So should be pretty interesting. Stay tuned and check out this piercing. All right, everybody, join us today where we're doing a microchip on Vlad, where we're using an NFC microchip that should light up blue when we scan it with our cell phone. So stay tuned and see if that happens. All right, buddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up. So you're going to feel a little poke. I'm not going to push it through and scare you.
Good.
There we go. Just get you to take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Just try to relax. One more big breath in for me. And out. Done. Keep breathing. Good job. In we go. In with the microchip. And out with that. There we go. Microchip is deposited, as you can see. Doesn't really make a hole. How did that feel?
Not too bad.
Good. All right, let me just put a little gauze there and just hold some pressure on.
It was more the feeling than the pain. It
Right.
didn't hurt at all.
Yeah. Okay, you can go run out there, just hold it. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith from Pierce Lifestyle and Community. We're here about 3 weeks after doing Vlad's NFC microchip in his hand. Today we're going to take a look at it, see if we can get it to light up blue with the cell phone, because it does have a tiny little blue LED light in there that pulls power from the cell phone to light the light. So let's check that out. We're also going to be programming it today. We're going to be using NFC Pro Tools, which is an app that we use on our phones for programming these chips. And we're going to put it onto Tribal Expression's website. So when you scan that chip, it will take you there, but you can put...
Today's episode is brought to you by Tribal Expression Jewelry. Tribal Expression Jewelry has been manufacturing Canadian-made piercing jewelry for over 23 years. Tribal Expression Jewelry specializes in titanium, gold, niobium, platinum, and original gemstones. It's all made here locally in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. All of our pricings are in Canadian dollars. We would really appreciate it if you check out our website and look through our jewelry. Thank you again from tribalexpressionjewelry.com. As you can see here, by introducing the cell phone's near-field communication, it activates and powers the LED chip under the skin. In this video here, we'll be using an application called NFC Pro Tools to write an information to the microchip under the skin. In this video, we're writing a website address, so when you scan it, it will take you to that address. It's a great way to drop information to other people.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Pierce Lifestyle and Community. Thank you very much for watching episode number 2. It really means a lot to us. Stay tuned for episode number 3. It's already in production. We've gone to North Glenmore Park on a dog walk, interviewed a protection officer that protects animals, really cool job. We're going on a ghost tour through Inglewood. We're doing that on Friday the 13th. Should be pretty fun. Then from there, we've also interviewed Kelly from Red Skull Comics. Red Skull has been around a long time, kind of like Tribal Expression. It's really nice to meet the legendary people that own these businesses. So stay tuned for that interview. It's a really good one. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. See you in episode number 3.
The needles shine bright, piercing stories in gold were taking flight. From Calgary streets to the world we roam, piercing lifestyle and community.